I'm a dad, and I got issues. Lots of them. Today's issue, racism. I don't even understand why at this day and age that we need to have this conversation. Yet, our President, Donald Trump, when specifically asked last night if he would condemn racism by neo-Nazis, Proud Boys, not only would he not answer the question, but he actually encouraged the Proud Boys to stand back and stand ready or some bullshit like that. Now, what kind of message are we sending to our kids? If this is what we're supporting, and a man that spews hatred to groups that are formed out of hatred against other people for the color of their skin. That's it. Strangers with a different color skin. It was before my time, but it was not that long ago. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Look for a time when little black boys and little white boys can play side by side. And when a man is judged by the content of his character and not the color of his skin. It was not that long ago. That man got shot in the fucking head for peaceful protest and trying to end civil rights. By instigating people who have hatred for race, anything, religion, creed, doesn't matter, and suggesting they stand by, armed and ready. That's a dangerous, dangerous proposition. Now, the precedent has been set that we cannot have a fair election because of all the bullshit propaganda that has been spewed about mail-in fraud and voter fraud. How did this not happen years ago before internet, TV, telephone, when that's all they had was mail-in voting outside of in-person voting? So, when the day comes and Donald Trump loses the election and he cries foul, will not leave, what do you think is going to happen? Violence, rioting, protesting. And it's going to be blamed on Antifa and the pussified Democratic leaders. I don't care. That seems to be the rhetoric now, that all of these problems are the Democratic leaders in the cities they represent. How is this not a problem 4 years ago? And spit in the face of all the civil rights protesters. Japanese spit in the face of everybody that spilled blood and died in Nazi Germany. And their children. Because we got to worry about things that aren't going to happen, that are brought up to fear-mongering. Not only the people that died in our country, the Allied forces that died World War II defeating the Nazis. What do you think it looks like to the other countries that look at us when they stood side by side with us to prevent genocide and to prevent all the horrific things that would have happened if the Japanese and the Nazi German forces were able to take more control than they did? What do you think they look at us and think? This mockery that we have of our democracy, the leading democracy, supposed to be the oldest democracy, where you can have differing opinions without fucking killing each other. And I'm talking to my Christian friends. It's hate. And I'm talking to my fellow fathers. What are we teaching our kids? What are we teaching our kids? What are we teaching our kids when we say, ha, it's bullshit to wear masks, so you don't wear it? And then the kid goes to school and says, well, my dad says it's bullshit to wear a mask. Send me off. It's not, disrupts the class. Disrupts order. You see it in the streets. You can't tell me to wear a mask. No. Because you don't have enough rights the way it is in our free democracy. And the unbelievable part to me is there's a lot of these people, for instance, these men, who are the same type of people that will open a door for a lady, will not wear a mask around the lady and a 4-year-old in pigtails. No, I'd rather spit in your face my germs than to wear a mask. And it's not about being forced to wear a mask. It's about the common decency. To your fellow American, to your fellow person. This I have all my rights puts you above everybody else's rights. It ain't right. It shouldn't be about if you have to wear a mask or not. It should be about I wear a mask because I don't want to bring a virus home to my family. I wear a mask because, by God, I can't stand to think if I had to look in the face of someone that I knew or I thought I transmitted the virus to that was struggling to survive. It's all because I didn't wear a goddamn mask. It's just absolutely unbelievable what we've come to over none of these race, masks, anything along these lines should be political issues, but they are. I don't know what this phantom movement moment is that's coming to take away all your rights, that you need to stand guard, armed and ready to kill your fellow Americans or to... I don't understand it. You don't... I, being a white man, can't understand it. I can't understand. I'm not a black man. I cannot understand the generations of racism that runs through a family like that, or Native American, or Latino, or Oriental. But it seems to be the barometer is on the black community. Well, they were enslaved. Talk about spitting in the face of people that died in this country to free slavery. I just don't understand how you can sit by and act like that's acceptable. And then, as long as we're randomly ranting, I gotta go in to these places, gas stations, department stores, pull up to stoplights. And yeah, it's been a few days since I've shaved. And in my occupation, there's plenty of trucks out here with Trump signs in there. So I pull up to a stop sign, I walk into a gas station wearing my mask. And I gotta look a black person in the eye and think, God, I bet you he thinks that I think. It's me. And I don't. But there's nothing I can do about it, because so for anybody out there that needs somebody to look at, a figure, why? Don't look it up. This is not what I represent as an American. Not what I represent as a father. And those that do, or say, well, you gotta take his character out of it because he's doing good things. You know what? The first time that I have to take and set aside someone's character and blanket deny and try to defend every action that they make, that's the moment I don't support somebody. Because how is it if you can act like that over and over and over in your daily life? How does that vile black cloud not seep into the things that you do when you interact with other people? It has to. I cannot separate the man from the method. I will not separate the man from the method. It takes I'm so appalled right now that I actually don't even know what to say. I wish I had an option or a plan that I could say, hey, this is my... There's not, other than not supporting that type of behavior. The funny thing is he acts like he tramples over what everybody says and tries to bully people, and he's a coward of the nth degree. we all know even what I've said before. But the fact is, if he thinks he's so powerful and intelligent and strategic, I implore you to go and watch the video that I have. I believe I seen it on PBS on YouTube. Vladimir Putin, I believe, is an 18-minute speech to the UN last week. And boy, that guy's got to talk over no one. He's cold, collected, strategic. And you listen to him. That the Russians are developed vaccines, which are, yeah, they have. And they're willing to give it free of charge to all the UN. And then you think to yourself, the opposition in that country just got poisoned. Just got out of the hospital from being poisoned. And you know the agent that botched that bit down on a cyanide capsule because it was the easiest way out. And we're worried about fucking masks? If you're a kid, a young adult, this is for you. To know that there's people out there that are standing against stupidity and misogyny, racism, and thievery, and any other thing that you can think of. Am I perfect? No. Are the people like me perfect? No. I'm not gonna let, I don't know what the hell to do. But I know where I stand. And if you're fearful right now, don't be. I know younger people are fearful. I understand your fear. But fear doesn't end this. Stand tall and stand firm. Find somebody in your life. If you can't stand tall and stand firm and stand for what you believe in, find somebody trustworthy in your life that you can and will stand by you, guide you, help you. Because now is a time we need people like that, men and women of all race, all color, all religion, in this country to band together. Stop the hate. Now, I know I've been fairly agitated